Hey, donkey girl, donkey girl, what are you doing?
It's checking
You're
batteries.
What's going on, guys? Jet Jock here with Beluga Girl, and we're introducing our new project,
The Cougar.
That's right, guys. I know y'all saw us. We were going to post it for sale last week, and right when I was bringing it inside, Beluga Girl noticed that this fuselage looked really familiar, right?
Yep.
So why don't you show them what you did here? So yeah, I'll put. Oh, okay. She handed it off to me. Yes.
This.
Yeah, so she saw that and recognized that it looked like a cougar that she had in her room. And she pulled me aside in the sweetest little voice going, "Daddy, can we keep the cougar?" So, I mean, come on, how can we argue with that? So the promise I made to her is that if we kept the cougar, she was gonna have to build it, right?
Yeah.
So we're really excited. We're gonna start this project. We're not delaying the DC-3. That's going to be with Chicken Girl. So we got two projects going at the same time, which is insane, right? But that's all right. We tried flying the PC-6 today, but the wind was just too nuts. So no more, still no flight footage. Of course, yesterday the wind was great, right? And I was flying. So that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we're going to get that too. We've got lots of stuff to show you guys. So the first thing we're going to start with the Cougar today is, go ahead.
The wings.
Yeah, so this Cougar is a Jet Hanger Hobbies Cougar, and it's got foam core wings. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to glue the two sets of foam core wings together like this. So we have, one wing, obviously. So we're going to get that started today. And then it's gonna have to dry, and then we're gonna take you through the process of doing this whole airplane. And so Beluga Girl's gonna do all this. I'm just gonna be helping her. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. And are you ready to get started? All right, it's been a minute since I've done foam core wings. So we're gonna start real simple today. We're only gonna do the bottom part of the stack. And the reason being is because if you look right here and I push down on this, it's not even, okay? And because this thing was probably cut in one big stack, that was even on the top surface of the wing. And we don't want these things to be twisted or bent at all. We want it to be absolutely precise, dead on, and we want the molds to be able to line up easily so we get an accurate fit. So we're only going to glue these together today, and then we're going to use the molds as we build them up, okay? Does that make sense? So let's go ahead. This is the top, okay? This is the bottom. So let's start with the bottom first, and then we'll glue this piece on since obviously that's all one, and then we'll just repair it that way, all right? Sound good? Okay, so let's go ahead and take the rest of these. Let's put that on the other table for now.
Okay. Or can we just put it back in your box?
No, just lay them out because we're going to want easy access. Maybe we could do this throughout the day too. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you look, guys, this is what I was talking about. You lay it down like this, and you see it's absolutely flush here. The other piece, it wasn't flush. So we want to obviously make sure that the wings are as precise as possible, okay? So we're gonna start with this. Oh yeah, I need that other one, the other piece. So we're gonna glue that one piece on too. We're gonna repair the other mold that got damaged in the box.
This guy that got
Yes.
its finger.
Yep. So let's get here's the glue, the Gorilla Glue.
Should we do this one first and get it drying
Huh?
while we do the other?
Well, yeah, so we're gonna link this and we're gonna repair this.
Okay.
And that way, that'll be done. So the next step, all we have to do is just stack them on top of each other to make sure that they're all even. Okay, now I've got some good work for you. Get that off of there. Come on, have a seat. Let's cut that off and let's get this going.
Here, hold the box.
She's scary. All right, so let's see here. You got it. All right, so what I need from you is to put a bead of Gorilla Glue across this whole
What's
thing.
a bead?
What do you think a bead would be?
A line of Gorilla?
A line of Gorilla Glue. That's exactly what a bead is. Perfect. So let's go ahead and I want you to put it right across here.
What if I do more than
It's all right, we got napkins for that.
Where are the napkins?
We'll get those later. Did you just pop your neck?
No, that was my fingers.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you pop your neck like that, that's creepy. Hey, don't miss. Yeah, perfect. You can thin out the line there, yeah. There you go. And if it falls over the edge, it's not a big deal. This stuff is easy to clean up. Okay, there you go. That's good. Okay, so now you're gonna lay that down and I want you to press it against this where these edges line up. Press it good. There you go. That looks good. All right, so you see how there's a little bit of a gap here, so we just kind of want to press down. You see that? And you see there's still a little bit of a gap, so what we're going to need to probably do...
Put a toothpick?
No, we're going to need to put a little bit of weight there to hold the two sides down. I'm not sure. Let's see how much weight we need. Yeah, we're not going to need a lot of weight. Now, don't lay it across the Gorilla Glue. So, no, like put it like here, okay?
Like here?
Yeah. And look at that, it's pretty darn, let's see, maybe you're right. Yeah, there we go. I was wrong, Loogie Girl was right. Okay, so just wanna make sure that everything is lined up good. All right, so now we gotta do that one. So same process, but I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's probably gonna need a little bit of weight here, a small weight. This will hold it down though. Yeah, that'll hold it down.
That's a big stick.
Okay, so same thing. Here, I'll hold it up for you. Go ahead and put a bead. What do you put on this?
A bead?
Yeah, good, a bead. That's good. Okay, here, you want to put it on? All right, so now we're gonna have to come back with we're gonna go get some paper towels and we'll wipe that up. That's not a big deal.
Here.
Okay, now put the servo right there on the corner. On the corner. There you go. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back with some paper towels. We also wanted just to make sure that we didn't mess any of this up either. So let's go get some paper towels. Let's clean it up, okay?
Put on the glue.
And then, yeah, definitely, she's right, put on the glue lid. And then what we're gonna do, honey, is we're going to get some tape, okay? Because what happens with Gorilla Glue, what happens with the Gorilla Glue?
It foams out.
Yeah, so if it foams up, what it'll do is it'll actually push the halves apart, okay?
Yikes.
So yeah, we don't want that because that'll disfigure our mold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is we need to tape it to keep it from doing that, okay? So let's go get the,
How do you know they can mold?
honey, this is called a mold. It's a different type of mold. All right.
Because I don't like moldy.
So now, just wipe up our drips without like moving it too much. Here, I'll help you. Okay, now just kind of wherever it's glossy. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, and then we're gonna do it right here as well.
Is it really got?
Yeah, we definitely want to make sure that these are under control. Okay, and we're probably gonna have to come back and do this several times. Okay, so now the next step. This is an important one too. That's good. This is a pretty important step too, is making sure that these wing halves don't separate. Remember I was telling you they expand, so they could open up. So you're just gonna put like 2 little pieces across the seam. I would probably say one back here.
And one right
here. Yeah, one right there. The one in the front's not as important because the one in the front is, you see how it's not even? And that's how it's supposed to be because this is kind of like a double wing design. All right. So we just want to kind of come over the top of it like this so it's sealed. You see that?
Right here?
Yep, right there. All right, now this is the most aggravating part of the whole thing is we got to also make sure that we didn't bump it. It looks even. Okay, so that one's set. So let's do this one. Same thing.
One right here?
Yeah, just make sure that your edges are shown because we definitely want to see our edges if something became a little off or something. Okay, you got to push it all the way down. Yeah, make sure it's all flat. No lifted areas at all. Okay, and then this one. Hey, it's still not flat. Like I said, just take your flat finger and run it over like, yeah, like that. Now it's not going anywhere. All right, so that's where we're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna let this dry real good, and then we're gonna glue the other halves together as we stack them up so they match their molds. So for now, let's just leave it at that and we'll come back to it, okay? Good job.
Now that we got the first part of the wing stack glued together, we're going to fast forward through the rest of this process because it's pretty much all the same. As you can see, I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut away excess glue that seeped through the seam. That's because, well, Beluga Girl's not quite ready to be using an X-Acto knife. She's a little bit intimidated, but maybe we'll fix that as the week goes on. As you can see, the wing sections that we're gluing together now are no longer the negative mold, but they're actually the foam core wings themselves. Later on in the afternoon, that's right, we were working on an airplane in the afternoon. That's really unusual for us. Beluga Girl removed the tape and took the weight off of the foam core wing, and then began gluing together the middle mold. They call it the middle mold because there's negatives on both sides, which allows us to neatly stack both wings in one stack.
All right, guys, as you can see, we have a busy day today planned for you. We have the DC-3 demo going on back here where Chicken Girl is going to be taking the landing gear and all usable parts off of that center wing section. And then I'm going to have her break out the spar and the engine mounts. So while she's doing that, Beluga Girl and I, who is barely hanging on and awake, we're going to be getting the next wing put together inside of our mount. So I'm going to be going back and forth between the two. I'll be taking the camera back and forth between the two, showing y'all the progress. So here we go.
While Chicken Girl is tearing down the DC-3 center wing section, Beluga Girl is removing the tape and the weights from the center mold and gluing together the left wing foam cores.
High five. All right, so now we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go pull you over to Chicken Girl and watch her frustration as she looks for an Allen wrench.
I'm sure we all been there whenever you're looking for an Allen wrench of a certain size and you just couldn't quite find it. And then you go through your discard pile and realize that you had tried it and it didn't fit before.
All right, guys, so now that she's gotten rid of all those parts, that's all she's gonna do for today. I guess tomorrow we'll start on getting that spar out of there, huh?
Yep.
Alrighty, so guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Later on that afternoon, we finally got the top mold glued together and we're done with the stack. Yay!
Alright guys, we're back in the shop this morning. We have Luga Girl setting up. We're gonna start doing some balsa sheeting, and Chicken Girl in the back over there is starting to pull off the skin on the center wing section on the DC-3. So,
I gotta clean up.
yeah, so first she's gotta clean herself some workspace and then she's gonna get started.
Next, we're going to glue 3 balsa sheets together for the wing sheeting. How we do this is lay them down on a flat surface and then tape them together. Turn them over and then bend them on the tape, and that opens a seam and we drop the glue in. Then we weight them down on a nice, even flat surface.
All right, Chicken Girl, let's see what your progress is over here. So what have you done so far? Why don't you tell us?
So far I've done this. I'm now trying to get it smooth.
No, I mean, what have you done since we've been working over here? They've been seeing you in the background.
Punched out all of this.
So she got all the skin off at the bottom, and we're hoping that we can torque it back into position. So we'll start that next week. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed the build footage. Coming up next, we're going to leave you with the first time flying the PC-6 on our property. So from the girls, when y'all want to take it away?
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Bye. What's going on, guys? Jet Jock here. I know we've been building all week. I hope you've been enjoying that footage, but we're gonna cap off this episode with a flight of our PC-6 on our property today. Finally, y'all are gonna get to see how bad I am at landing this airplane and how unpredictable it is on takeoff. I'm so sorry that the field stopped letting us film there, but sorry for the delay, guys. So I guess Blue Girl, you ready to do this? All right, so let's get her up. A lot of cow poop out there, huh? Good looking plane. What you think, Loogie girl? Now, yesterday's airplane was so much more sporty than this one. So I need to remember how to fly a kind of a lumbering giant. That wind is really coming out of the south there, so that's why we had that little drop. That wasn't a bad takeoff, was it?
No.
Are you getting any of these?
Mm-hmm.
It seems so much faster out here than it did on the at the airfield, huh?
Yeah. And it did a lot better with his back wheel.
Yeah, it did do well today, didn't it? And guys, we haven't fixed anything on it. Now this is going to be an interesting landing today because we're going to have to be landing from the other direction that we took off. It looks like, because we're hauling butt down the line here. that one cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna get my flaps in preparation for landing. Yeah, we're gonna land for the side today. If I could stay out of the sun, that would be nice. All right, here we go.
Daddy, buddy's hands face and was flopping his lips.
That wasn't terrible, considering I just hit a big old cow pie.
Hey, just straighten it up.
All right, should we do another takeoff and land?
Lips and his head and his lips go. It's really funny. That's what Buddy was doing.
All right, coming back over for landing now. That was much better. I'd rather end on that note. What do y'all think, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think hitting the cow pie was better.
Oh, you thought that was better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn it around this direction. Yeehaw. All right, guys, as we taxi in, I hope y'all enjoyed that footage.
On next week's episode, we're going to fly the PC-6 again and do a flight review. Also, we'll update you on the progress of the girls' projects. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.